Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So today I have this autumnal build for you. Even though it's not fall here, it's a spring in my country. I've seen a lot of autumnal houses lately on YouTube, and I just felt like inspired to build something similar. So this house is a small house. I don't know if it's considered a small house according to the tiny living counting tile, but at least I consider it a tiny house. I mean a small house, because what you see now is a full house. Like there's nothing more. I don't add any more rooms, and it's a house that has only 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So it has room for actually 3 Sims and no more than that. I don't, yeah, I put things for a cat, so you can actually have a cat as well, but it would be for 2 parents, 1 kid and a cat, and that's it. And this house, I built it in Brindleton Bay. Last week I was really inspired to build. I built a lot of different things. This is one of the builds that I actually built last week, and for some reason I felt really inspired to build in specifically in Brindleton Bay. And you saw it in one of the videos that I posted last week, that I uploaded last week, that I built in Brindleton Bay, and also this house. And I don't know why. I don't think I build often that much in Brindleton Bay, but for some reason I just felt like it and I just did it. So you won't see more builds from the Brindleton Bay in the future days, because I don't wanna like build too much in there or build too much in a specific world, so you guys don't get bored of that. So I'm gonna be mixing it just the way that I do it all the time. But I felt really inspired last week and I just decided to do it, and then I would just edit the video whenever I wanted to upload a build that was in Brindleton Bay. But yeah, this house is actually really small in my opinion. As I said, the rooms are not that big, the bathrooms are not that big, and nothing is really big in this house. But they have a really beautiful outside, and the landscaping, I think I did my best with the landscaping that you will see. Maybe you saw it on the thumbnail, but yeah, you will see the whole process here. I try not to cut many things because I really built this house like really fast. It didn't take me that long to do it, and I just didn't cut many things from the video, and that's something that I'm really glad, because it usually takes me a whole day to edit the video, and that's just cutting the parts that I don't want to show, and not even considering the voiceover or the screenshots or anything. It's just cutting the parts that I don't want to show. So yeah, I'm really glad that this build was really fast to build, and that the editing was really fast as well. Really simple. But well, I wanted to mention that I don't know if my audio sounds different. Actually, from the previous video, the base game pond house that I built and I uploaded on Saturday, the audio quality was really bad in my opinion, and that was because I didn't realize that I recorded the audio, like the voiceover, with the microphone from my camera. And I just recorded everything, and then when I edited the video and I listened to everything, I was like, what is going on here? Why is the audio so bad? And I didn't have the time to redo the voiceover, and that's why the audio is really bad in that video. But now I'm using another microphone, because I know I said that I got a new camera a few days ago. It was not mine, my brother lent it to me, and I didn't get to use it. But on Saturday, my parents and my little brother came to visit, and they had a present for me, because last Saturday, like the 10th, was my birthday, so they didn't come that day and they came last Saturday. and they gave me a new camera and a new microphone. So now I'm using the new microphone, and I hope I can use the camera soon. And that's why I didn't realize that I was recording the voiceover with the camera, because I'm not used to having a camera. And yeah, I'm really sorry about the quality of the audio in the other video, but I hope this one sounds better. Please let me know. This is the first voiceover that I do with this new microphone, and I just don't know if it sounds better than the other one. Please let me know. I would really appreciate that. The feedback is always good. But yeah, here we're in the interior now. We just finished the kitchen and the dining room, and this is the living area. I didn't restrict myself in terms of packs, so you will see a lot of different things, and of course you will see a lot of spooky stuff here, because you see all the pumpkins that I placed. And I don't know, for some reason I just think that carved pumpkins are like a symbol of autumn in some parts of the world. It's not the case in here. Like I went to the supermarket the other day and I just saw that they were selling Halloween pumpkins on the supermarket. And in my mind I was like, okay, but we don't carve pumpkins here. Like, it's not something that we Chileans do. So I don't know why they're selling pumpkins to carve. But for some reason I found that really odd. And while building in The Sims, it changed my mind. Like, I really think that carved pumpkins are not that weird. Maybe because of the cultural thing and stuff, but I just feel this house with carved pumpkins, and you will see that, and that's the way I say, okay, this is autumn. It's not a spooky build. I'm not trying to build something spooky, I'm just trying to build something that looks like autumn. But yeah, of course I changed the season here when I was building. I used the MC command center to change the season, and it's fall. So you see that the light is different in the build. Like, the lot looks weird. It looks more like in a yellow orange kind of colors, and that's because it's autumn in the game. So that's something that I wanted to do as well, because I always build in summer. And of course, as this is an autumnal build, I wanted to build in fall. But yeah, everything is really like rustic, and I tried not to match everything because the colors of the woods were really different, and I just tried to keep the idea that I was like considering all the oranges and reds and yellows more than the color of the wood. So I know it's not that much matching in terms of the wood colors, but I just think it looks nice and cozy, and that was the focus of this build, that it looked nice and cozy. This is the only bathroom that I'm gonna show you. This is the ensuite. It's really small, you can see here, and I love it. For some reason I just love this bathroom. It's really simple, really nice. I put some pumpkins here next to the toilet, of course, but I don't show you the other bathroom. It's pretty much the same. I just changed the shower tub combo for just a shower because I didn't have space for a tub in that other bathroom, but that's pretty much it. And this is the kids' room. I don't know if it's for a boy or a girl. I actually didn't think of that when I designed this bedroom. I just tried to keep with the idea of the autumn stuff, and I used the bed from Seasons. I really like that bed. I don't use it that much because I think it's too specific because of all the colors and everything. So I thought for this build it would suit really well, and I used the lamp from Seasons as well. I really like that. I always get impressed by that lamp because I think I never seen all the swatches from that lamp, and when I was building this I realized that it had this orange one that looked like a pumpkin, and I thought, okay, I've never seen that before. I mean, I use this lamp quite often, and I never realized we had this kind of spooky version of the lamp. I just loved it. I thought it was amazing, so I had to use it, of course. And I don't remember exactly. Oh yeah, I put the litter box in the bathroom that I didn't show you. So they have the litter box for the cat, but I don't remember exactly if I placed a food bowl. So I'm gonna check that out before I upload this build to the gallery. When I'm recording this voiceover, I haven't uploaded the video, the build yet to the gallery. So I'm gonna check that out before I upload it. But yeah, I just had a lot of fun building this. It's more of a longer video. It's longer than the usual videos from the last 2 weeks. And I was really glad because I'm not used to building only, I'm not used to uploading only 10-minute builds and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to have something longer for you today, and I thought this house was worth the almost 20 minutes that is the video. And yeah, I'm so sorry. I said I didn't restrict myself in terms of the packs that I used, but the only thing from the Star Wars pack is this table. I thought it was amazing. I love the carving things that they have in the table, and I just thought it looked better than any of the other tables that we have, so I had to use it. So if you don't have the Star Wars pack for any reason, the only thing that's gonna be missing from this build is gonna be that table, and you can replace it with any other tables that you want and that you like. So it's not that bad. I think I just used that one. And I'm never gonna get tired of this pergola and the grill that we got with the update. I love them. I think those are the two most beautiful things that we got with the update, and I'm never gonna get tired of them. I just love them so much. So I said that I was gonna use it in more videos, the pergola, and I did. So you can see it here, and you've seen it in the last with this one it's gonna be in the last 3 videos. You will see the pergola. And I'm gonna try to stop using it for a while and to change a little, because I don't want to overuse it. Just the same way I don't want to overbuild in Brindleton Bay. I don't know if that's a word, but if it is, I don't want to do it. Oh, so here we're going to the landscaping part. You can see this is a really big lot for a small house. I think this is a 30 by 20, but I'm not exactly sure. I built this like a week ago, so I don't remember that specific part. But it's either a 30 by 20 or a 40 by 30, but I'm pretty sure it's a 30 by 20 because I wouldn't build such a small house in a 40 by 30. So yeah. But there are a lot of things here in the outside. I had a lot of plants. I know there's a problem with the plants that come originally with the game, like not the debug ones, that they don't seem to change with fall. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know why it happens. But I've seen a lot of people complaining about that and saying that the plants that you have to buy in the game, they just don't change when the fall season comes. But the debug ones do, but I didn't realize that when I was building this. And I used some of the debug items here, some of the debug plants. The trees are all from the debug menu, and they seem to look different. And also here I'm testing a lot of things, and you will see that I use some of the plants as well from the debug menu lately. But the ones that I already placed, I didn't realize that they didn't change that much. But I think they still look good, and the house has to look good in every season, so I don't think it's that terrible that they don't change like now. But I mean, in terms of the autumn thing, like the autumn part of the build, it should be important, but I just didn't think it was too important. I don't know if I make myself clear with that, with that part of the sentence. But you saw here that I created a pond just the same way that I did it on the previous video. I used the fountain tool to create it, so you cannot swim in this pond. It's not created with the pool tool. So if your Sims want to fish or something, I think they can do it. I didn't put a fishing sign here. I don't know why. I thought it was not important. It wasn't the focus of the build. So I just didn't do anything in the pond itself. But you can put the fishing sign if you want. You can find it in the debug menu. It's a base game thing, so all of you should be able to find it. You just have to scroll down in the debug menu and hope you can find them. I mean, there are a lot of fishing signs, but you can still, it could still take a lot of time to find them because of the debug menu and stuff. In this area, I just felt like I wanted to do like a seating area, and I used this rounded thing that I don't know the name of. It comes with the debug menu as well. I don't know what it does. I've used it a few times, like in my Japanese town, the Japanese villa that I built. I used it a lot, and I tend to use it quite often. I just don't know how. But here I did something that I saw. It's my version of it, of things that I saw on my shell tour. That I said I was gonna steal some of your ideas, guys, and that's what I did. So I used it in that way, like to create a decoration for the seating area and stuff like that. I forgot to put like things for the kid outside, like a swing set or a monkey bar. I could have done something like that. So if you want to add things for your kid to play outside, you're more than welcome to do it. You know, you can edit my builds according to your gameplay. Just don't re-upload them. But you can edit them and renovate them if you want. It's up to you. You can do all the things, all those things with my builds, instead of except from re-uploading it to the gallery. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. I just decorate more things, like I put more trees and some pumpkins here and there. Oh, in the porch area, I also use the candy bowl that we got with the spooky stuff. I don't know how that works because I haven't played enough with that stuff pack. Like, I've created the Halloween celebration in the game, like it's in the calendar and stuff, but I forgot that I was gonna celebrate that in the game when I was playing, and I think no kids got their candy. But I put it outside. I don't know if it works that way, like if your kids just come and pick their candy. I don't know how it works, but I just placed it in there because I thought it would be nice, and also it gives like this kind of spooky thing in a way. But yeah, this is not supposed to be spooky. But yeah, we're now on the screenshots, and remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this speed build, and also follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below. Remember to tell me if you think that this audio is better than the other one, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots. Goodbye.
I'm leaving all that stuff behind. We can start all over in our hometown, running free. It could be everything that we were chasing. I'm impatient just to see how you make everything fall into place. How you make everything fall into place. You make everything. I'm the first one to get off at the station.